Let's talk about mentors. Have you been one? Have you benefited from one?
I benefited greatly from a mentor that I had, and I just know he believed in me more than I believed in me, which I trusted his opinion, so somehow I would step into higher risk roles and take more risks just because he really thought that I would be able to do it.
Did you seek out a mentor?
Yes, multiple mentors. And I think the way that I look at mentoring is basically people that you admire a particular skill that they have. So reaching out to them, trying to learn from them, learning leadership, it could be business, whatever.
I've had many mentors throughout my career. I've had some that have been assigned through a formal mentorship program. I've had some that I've sought out because I wanted to learn more about a certain function and wanted the expert. And then I've had some who've come to me and said, I'm going to be your mentor. So a little bit of everything.
They volunteered to be your mentor.
That's the thing about mentors. Mentors can be formal and informal. So while you might not have had a formal mentor, you probably have had mentoring relationships. And you know, you need them for different reasons at different times, and you have to be open to role models and advice that they give, sounding boards, critique.
The people that I'm mentoring are not within the industry that I work in. They're not in the organization I work in. And they came to me and said, look, I need, to learn some of the things that you've been through. Do you mind spending time with me? And we'll grab a coffee and just talk. And it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
And you explained to me that there's a difference, a big difference between being a mentor and a sponsor. And I know your two organizations did some research on this, and they said that 8% of women only have sponsors. I didn't even know what they were. What's a sponsor?
So great question. So sponsorship is an individual who's behind the scenes on your behalf, promoting you, looking out for your best interests, putting their brand on the line for you. And one of the really important things about sponsorship is that you must make sure you have multiple sponsors. So you want to diversify the fact that you need sponsors across different parts of your organization who will be there to support your brand and your career journey and your career path.
Can any of you recall another moment where someone was your sponsor, or what type of person did you decide to sponsor?
Actually, in my role, I have the opportunity to work with women who are trying to find sponsors or trying to get more sponsorship. So a lot of the times I might be coaching and supporting them while they're trying to create opportunities to showcase what they're doing. They're asking for high profile projects. So we're coming up with strategies for them to start to kind of circulate their talents so that they can create some sponsorship internally.
A lot of people think that their direct boss is their sponsor. That's the person that's going to get them ahead. When in reality, oftentimes it's people who are around that person that can also speak for you and look for opportunities, because the more senior you get in your career, it's not job postings that you're going after. It's not something that's advertised. It's really networking and having value in the organization, and people recognize that and then advocate for you.
The advice that I would give to young people coming up in their career is to be aware of sponsorship and be aware of who has influence over your career and be aware of your interactions with that person.
So it sounds like you need a team. You need sponsors and you need mentors.
Sometimes people say board of directors.
And coaches. You need some coaches too.
That's something entirely separate?
Yeah, separate.